Okay. Always try to get more than 7. At least 33. That will be your target minimum. So that kung 7 talaga ang target mo, at least nasa safe zone ka. Magkamali ka ng isa, nasa 7 pa rin. Clear? Achievable ba yun? Oo naman. Ayan kaya. Diba? Yung mga students nga before, yung naka 8.5 yung last. 6.57 lang nakukuha nun eh. Naka 8.5 siya sa exam. So you will be asking, how come na mas mataas yung nakukuha nila sa totoong exam? Kasi po, kumbaga sa electric fan, yung difficulty ng level ng exam nasa 2 and 3. Yung difficulty level ng mock exams nasa 3. So meaning, pwede mo ma-experience sa totoong buhay yung 2 lang. So by that time happens, kaya mo yung even more difficult than that. So yung level ng difficulty niya, mas mahirap yung na-encounter mo, mas madali siya para sa'yo. Imagine, parang yung mga training nila Goku, naglalagay sila ng mga weights sa kamay at paa nila. Tapos yung damit nila, di ba, parang bakal sa bigat, papagsak na gano'n, tapos usok-usok pa. Parang gano'n. Sa totoong buhay, remove mo na lahat ng weights na yun. So parang gaan-gaan na kumilos. Kaya mas madali po, literal, ang totoong exam compared sa mo. So gusto po talaga namin kayong pahirapan. Totoo yun. Mahirapan para pagdating ng actual exam, hindi pala siya ganun kahirap, mas madali siya para sa iyo. That's the idea. Okay? We put weights on you. So that by the time you take the exam, you get to remove it. Eh, may instances din kasi na yung difficulty level nasa 3. So, you can encounter that as well. So, either way, you are prepared for that as well. So, even may handicap level na ganun, kaya mo pa rin siyang i-approach ng tama. So, that's the deal. Okay? So, meron tayong different exam stages before. Read the questions in advance. You will hear 2 students talking about their libraries. You will hear 2 students talking about libraries in Australia. Listen to Yumi and Mary Ann as they talk about libraries. You have 1 minute to prepare. Titingnan mo muna, sino ba dito? Okay, worried. Ano yung mga clue word code later para dito? Anticipate what you're about to hear. Ano kaya ang pwedeng pumasok doon na answer? Halimbawa, dito sa question number 5. Okay, size of license. Number 12, nakalagay dyan, size of license 10.8 by blank cm. So pag sinabi niya, 10.8 centimeters by 12 centimeters. So 12, ako sagot mo. Di ba kasi in-anticipate mo na. Ang papasok dito, number, color of inside page. Kulay lang. Ano kaya kulay? Green, blue? The color of the page is pink. Sulat mo yung pink. Type mo yung pink. So, this 1 minute time for you to prepare will be used intelligibly. And that is by anticipating what words could possibly fill those blanks. Anticipate mo na, ano kayang swak doon? Natalagay mo ng okra to, and tanong nga, dimension, blank centimeter. O dapat, number ang i-anticipate mo dyan. 1 minute to prepare. Okay?
Sir, minsan po, sir, nagsasabi ng kunwari, meron pong sa team na 8:30 kailangan, pero mamaya may re-recommend po yung isa na mas maganda ito.
Okay. Ang tawag naman natin dyan, speakers correcting themselves. Pero nandun pa rin eh. Kung halimbawa, ang question na yan, number 2, time, blank AM, kalagay. We see each other at 8 o'clock. No, we should see each other at 8:30. Okay, let's see each other at 8:30 then. Oras pa rin. Yung binago nila eh. Wala namang malaking adjustments. So, na-anticipate mo na 8:30, 8, pwede nga 10. Nanguhula ako. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Kung ano pwede pumasok doon. So, changing their answers mid-speech is a different situation. Pag binago nila, yung corrected information, that is now the correct answer. So, So kung sinabi 8 kanina, yung 8:30 na binago, yun yung tamang sagot. Kung gagawin mo lang naman doon, from 8, gawin mo 8:30. It's not too difficult to do. Okay? So after listening, you now have half a minute to check your answers. Okay. That's 1 minute na naman to look for the next part. Diba? Napaka-breezy. No? Very chill. Very relaxed ang listening. Walang nag-aaway dyan, no? Okay. So the content of the exam will also affect its difficulty. Mas mahirap si sections or parts 3 and 4 compared sections 1 and 2. So yung progression niya, it increases its difficulty level until the end. Ang difference lang naman is that the answers for sections 1 and 2 are mostly nouns and pronouns. So when you say nouns and pronouns, andyan na yung mga colors, names, they will even spell out the name, plate number, passport number, student number, price, dimension, sizes, weights, time, di ba? Subjects, ganun lang naman sections 1 and 2 eh. Section 3 and 4, ayun na, medyo bigat-bigat na yan. Kasi nga, the questions will be related not only academically, but also your answers need to have its proper form. Because your answers can either now be a verb or an adjective. And kung verb yun, you need to use the correct verb form. And the question is, what kind of form should I use? Is it the form that I heard? Like, ang narinig ko, look, L-O-O-K, yung tanong ni Ma'am kanina. Tapos may nakalagay naman doon na be verb. Kailangan ko i-change yung look into looked. Okay? Narinig ko si look. Pero dahil sa test booklet, dun sa monitor ko, may be verb. So, according to the rules of grammar, be or have or any forms of connecting verbs is, are, was, were, am, has, have, had. Kailangan niya ng participle form ng verb. So, pwedeng looking. We will be looking. Yung sentence, we will be blank. Eh, narinig mo, we have to look. Eh, ito, will be blank. So, yung look na narinig mo, kailangan mong baguhin into looking. So that mag-fit grammatically ang iyong answer. And that is what's difficult about sections 3 and 4. You need to make sure that what you heard will be confirmed correct, as well as changing its form to fit the voice of the verb doon sa test booklet. Otherwise, kung maling form, maling answer. So most of the time, answers given are not verbatim. You need to change their forms. Saan madalas mangyari yan? Sa 3 and 4. Okay. O, walang will. No, walang will. Be lang. Be or is. Has. Was. So yung look mo ngayon, para mag-fit naman siya, because nasa past form, yung looking na past participle, look yun. Ang problema kasi sa verb, no? Ang problema kasi sa verb, hindi yung regular. Kasi yung regular verb, madali. Ang regular verb, tulad ni look, yung past form niya at past participle, lalagyan mo lang ng ed. Eh yung irregular, yung go, ang past form niya, went, ang past participle, gone. So, be, or any of its form, let's say was, or were, like, the pizza was blank. So narinig mo, the pizza isn't there anymore. So ang sagot mo dyan was gone. Nakuha? Oh. So ganun ang proper form. You need to confirm it. Ano pa? May adjective ka pa. Sa adjective, may positive, comparative, superlative form. Sa subject naman, noun, pronoun, antecedent, lacking agreement. Ano pa? Yung singular plural. But simpleng da, a, an, or da nga lang, nalilito na kayo eh. Pang kinder to. Ano ba tinuturo sa kinder? A, an. O, di ba? Yung mga libro nung pamangking ko dati, may drawing ng apple. O, ayan o. Tapos may blank. O ano yan? A or an? Ano nyo pag namali pa kayo dyan? An. Diba? Yun lang kasimple eh. Narilito pa kayo eh. O, ang tanong, sir, yung sagot po ba dapat may a, an, or the? Well, if naturally it sounds better with a, an, or the, use a, an, or the. That's the simple test eh. Pero kung nakalagay dyan, write no more than one word, si a, an, or the, siya yung una mong i-eliminate. Siya yung una mong babaklasin dyan. Siya yung una mong tatanggalin dyan. Si a, an, or the. Let's say, ang sagot mo, an apple. Write no more than one word. O yung an apple ba, one word? Hindi, two words yun dahil yung a, an, or the ay article, considered words. So, anong una mong sisibakin dyan? A, an, or the. Tanggal mo yung an, apple lang ang sagot mo. Oh, his jacket. Write no more than one word. O, tanggalin mo yung his. Jacket na lang ang sagot. Nakuha? O, so yun ang mga una mong tatanggalin. Yung pronouns, at saka yung a, an, or the. Yung possessive pronouns. Accent, again, is a huge factor in the exam. Pag sinabi namang Indian accent or Chinese accent, hindi naman siya all throughout. Yun yung accent na magde-define sa buong exam. Certain parts lang eh. Like part 1. May narinig na tayo before, isang Chinese student, flight niya galing Australia papuntang Hong Kong, nawala yung kanyang passport. So, dinidescribe na dun sa police yung tsura ng passport. So, dahil Chinese yung accent niya, ganito siya magsalita, "Hi, my name is Liu Chan, and I lost my passport." Oh, di ba medyo mahirap siyang pakinggan eh. But in the end, kaya pa rin dahil mabagal yung kanilang pacing eh. So, speed and accent are the two barriers to the listening test. But here's the thing. The listening exams pace, we can't do anything about it. The speed at which the conversations are delivered are modified in such a way that anyone can understand. Anyone can pick it up easily. So madaling sabi, binagala na nila ito in such an extent na kaya itong maintindihan ng regular na tao. Hindi mo kailangan ng supersonic listening abilities just for you to follow whatever is happening. Hindi mo kailangan ng gano'n. Halimbawa,
Cambridge from Singapore, and my aunt needs the room for him.
Singaporean/Chinese yung accent ni...
Oh, that's bad luck. Well, I'll need to get some particulars first. Sarah, what's your full name? Sarah Lim.
Sarah Lim. Spell out yan.
And that's Sarah without the H at the end.
That is Sarah without the H. Yung bang Sarah na walang H at saka Lim mahirap sundan? Hindi, di ba? Kasi hindi, huwag ka na mag-exam. Hindi para sa'yo ito. Sumuko ka na. Sukuha mo na lang ito, be. Diba? Diba? Kuha. So yun yung speed eh. Wala nag-uusap na, my name is Sarah Lim. And that's Sarah without the H. Walang ganun eh. My name is Sarah. Sarah Lim can remove the H. Mas mabilis eh. Ang totoong buhay na pag-uusap. So binagalan to to such an extent na kaya itong ma-pick up ng regular na tao.
How old are you, Sarah? 23.
Question 2. How old is Sarah? Ay, kung mali ka doon, tutok-tokan kita. Na? Tutok-tokan ko kayo. Nagigets niyo ba kung gaano kadali? Tapos pagsalang niyo doon sa exam cubicle, para kayong di mata eh. Ano? Sabi? 23? Sarah Lim without the H?
Only just. It was my birthday on the 21st of August.
Sarah's birthday. Ewan ko na, di ba? Sabi ko, pagising ko kanina, okay, mabait ako sa klase ngayon, no? Hindi ko muna masyadong papagalitan ng mga estudyante. Pero imagine nyo, sino hindi magagalit? Ganun na lang. Ganun kadali na lang po yung exam. Hindi nyo pa makuha. Hindi ko sinasabing tanga-tanga mo, ha? You just have to put effort. Ikaw na po ang mag-e-effort. Lahat naman po ng discussion, ng tips, tinuturo naman namin. Nandiyan na kayo pagpapractice. Libre nga yan. Rentahan yan. Nirerentahan namin yan, literal. Para lang mapag-practicean yan. Diba, ang daya nyo nga eh. Yung ibang review centers, yung ibang hindi nagre-review, wala silang ganyan. Sa inyo na yung pabor, hindi nyo pa samantalahin. Samantalahin nyo na. Diba? Effortan nyo na ng konti. Si Sarah Lim, na 23 years old, na pinanganak noong 21st of August. I just want you guys to understand, ganun po yung pace ng exam. Hindi siya mahirap sundan. But answers, inan yung span na yun in just a matter of 10 seconds. Nabanggit si Sarah Lim. Nabanggit yung edad. Nabanggit yung birthday. Answers are fired one after the other. So yung attention span mo dapat nasa 3 items at once. Because sometimes, ganito yung progression. Question 1, name. Question 2, birthday. Question 3, yung age. So kailangan matandaan mo muna to. Later mo to isi-serve bago dun sa kasunod. Pero hindi siya madalas nangyayari ha. Yung ganun na hindi lang nangyayari chronologically. Because oftentimes, 98% of the time, it's going to be the case. Answers are given chronologically. Meron lang 1-2 beses na sisingit dyan na hindi siya magkasunod. Mag-flip lang siya. But you have to remember it. Just one. Mahirap bang tandaan yung 23? Hindi naman. Diba? So, that's what it is. Clear? So, yun po si speed. No, gusto kong i-showcase na how can speed be a problem in the test. We can't do anything about speed. They will spell out the answers to you. You just have to catch them. Don't be the one being caught off guard though. Because again, we can't waste those precious moments na nagets natin sana yung answer because we missed it out. Okay? Accent is another barrier. Because, again, one of the concerns ng majority ng test takers natin is not being not having any idea at all. Ano ba tong accent na to? How can I understand this? Guys, don't get me wrong. Here at Niner, we teach you accent only for the listening exam. We don't teach you accent because we want you to have a British accent like Sarah Diskaya. Hindi namin kayo tinuturuan ng accent para magkaroon ka ng British accent. Natulad ni Sarah Diskaya. Tinuturuan namin kayo ng accent para alam niyong intindihin dahil yung accent na yan ay lalabas sa listening exam. So we have American accent for the very lucky few. Why do we consider people who encounter American accent to be lucky? Because as Filipinos, we are accustomed to the American accent. We grew up listening to rock bands, mga tito, di ba? Nakikinig yung mga tito natin, wala tayong choice, no? Yung mga kanta ng Guns N' Roses, yung mga kanta ng Michael Learns to Rock, mga kanta ng Eagles, Bee Gees, di ba? Kanta ni Celine Dion. American accent yun. Although Celine Dion is Canadian, they have resemblances. Huh? British. Sanay tayo dyan. Nanonood tayo ng mga movies like Harry Potter. Di ba? Peppa Pig. Daddy. Ano pa? Oh, Mr. Bean. Di ba? Kapag yun ang pinapanood, wala kang maintindihan sa British accent. Okay, but we also listen to songs na British yung accent. Si Adele, British yan. Si Ed Sheeran, One Direction, Harry Styles, ayan, British group. Ano pa? Harry Potter, ano pa? Mga may British accent. Ha? Mga movies, ano? Ha? Bridgerton? Okay. Bridgerton. Sa Netflix series yan. Pinapanood ng asawa ko yan. Ito ako nakangiti dyan eh. Puro kabitan-kabitan naman. Hanggang mapa Pilipinas, mapa isa formula ng gusto ng tao eh, no? Okay. Excuse me. British accent, common. Di ba? May mga kilala tayong singers sa British. Sino? Banda. Luma na to, matagal na. Sikat. Matanda, 60s. Beatles. Diba? Ano pa? Queen. Oh. Ang sisikat to, no? Diba? So we are used to American and British contents. Saan tayo hindi masyadong sanay? Sa Australia. No? What's wrong with Australian accent? Not only we are not accustomed to it, mahirap sila talaga intindihin kahit bigyan mo siya ng panahon intindihin. Because how their accent works. So if you can understand what is accent, that is punto. Sabi nga ng mga taga-Manilaan, siguro di ka taga dito, no? Kasi mae daw tayo. Mae na ako eh. Puro eh. Sila naman, pag nagsasalita naman akong uso. Ay, pare, ito, nasusunog yun, gago eh. Hindi ko sumalpot na, no? Tapos, ito na eh. Ganyan sila magsalita. Sa mga taga-Norte naman, ay naman sila. Malambing ang salita ng mga taga-North. Mga waray, kala mo lagi nakipag-away. Diba? Ganun yung punto eh. Yung tunog, yung dating. How the language is being spoken out. Australian, for those who are cursed. Bakit nasabi nating sumpa ang Australian accent? Again, I have friends who are from Australia. I have an Australian-born citizen who is one of my good friends. Walang nakikipag-usap sa kanya, ako lang. Kasi nga, wala nakakaintindi sa mga kamag-anak na dito sa Pilipinas kung paano sila magsalita. Because of how crazy thick their accent is. Pakinggan natin ang comparison. So, merong study na ginawa. Itong paragraph na to ay babanggitin ng iba't ibang lahi from different countries in the world. Meron yung Quezon City dito eh. No? Please call Stella, ask her to bring. Ganun yung mga Pilipino magsalita kasi. So, sample.
Please call Stella, ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She will scoop these things up into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
So, Americans are lazy speakers. Kinakain nila yung ibang words like mountain, certain, cotton. Ganun sila magsalita eh. Yung R, mas soft. Tapos yung T, nawawala. Kaya yung internet, inner na lang siya. So, yun yung holding letter T before N na feature ng accent nila. Iba-iba din yan kapag nasa iba-iba kang lugar. So, pag nasa Texas ka, may drawling sila. Diba? Humahaba yung ibang enunciation ng mga syllables. Like yung vowel sound, sobrang haba. This sounds too big for two of us. Yun ang sila magsalita pag nasa Texas, nasa Chicago, parts ka ng West. No? Pag up north, New York, Boston area, yan. Ganyan yung accent nila.
Please call.
Expected, mawawala yung mga R.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
So very well enunciated. The syllables are properly spaced out. So that's one of the features of British accent that I like best. So here's your Australian accent.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we'll go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Yung gawin on Wednesday at the train station. Yung A naging I, kaya yung good day, it's good day. Good day, mate. Tuesday, what does it mean on Tuesday? Yeah, yun ang sila magsalita eh. Yung August. So kung kanina si Sarah Lim, pag nagsalita siya, I was born 23rd August! Ganun sila magsalita kung Australian accent yun. Mas gusto mo ba yung kanina o yung Australian accent? Ako nagsasabi sa'yo, mas gusto mo na yung Singaporean Chinese slang kaysa dito. No? So Australian accent is the most difficult. It's the craziest part. We will be inserting an Australian accent lecture probably on Wednesday next week by Ma'am Shannon, no? Para ma-refresh kayo dyan. So we have multiple choice. Choose single answer, choose multiple answer. Madali lang yan. So ito.
Section 3.
For the
Listen to a female student, Amina, talking to her tutor, Dr. Bryson, about her project on local history. Amina has completed a first draft of the project. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 26.
So, local blank. Particularly like. So, I need to listen to adjectives that have particular likeness involved. And surprise because. So, I need to listen to those clues later. So, 1 minute for preparation before the audio begins playing. So, plenty of time for you to recover your breath, to relax before the audio begins playing once more.
Now listen carefully to the first part of the discussion and answer questions 21 to 26.
Well, Amina, thanks for letting me have your draft in such good time.
Oh, that's all right. I was just very anxious to hear what you think of it. You can see that I decided to change the topic. I had been interested in looking at Bering's factory.
Oh, I think the hospital was a much better choice. In fact, well, I have to say that I thought it was good.
Oh.
There's still lots of work to be done.
Oh, yes, of course.
But there's plenty of good ideas. It opens well, and the first chapter is fine, but the middle section really stood out for me. Most interesting.
That's amazing, because I really didn't find it a bit easy to write.
How long did you work on the whole thing?
Well, I spent about 2 or 3 weeks reading and doing general research, and then I dashed the writing off very quickly. So about 4 weeks in all.
Well, that's about par for the course. You've got a while yet to make the changes.
Oh, right. No problem.
Sabi niya, I was looking into Bering's factory. No, I think the hospital is a much better choice. So nung binago niya, hospital na yung kanyang project, hindi na yung Bering's factory. So yun po yung binabago nila ha. So from factory nung una, naging hospital na siya. It opens well, sabi niya sa introduction, so ginamit niyang adjective well. Yung well ba tsaka good, synonymous oo. The first chapter is fine, synonymous din ba yun sa good? Oo. But the middle section, eto, very high-spirited yung kanyang nota, no? Kanyang tone, really stood out well for me, most interesting. So pag sinabi ba sa iyo yun, in comparison to well, fine, at saka really stood out well for me, most interesting, alin dun yung nagustuhan niya? Yung middle section. Because that's where he is high-spirited. Sabi ni Amina, totoo ba? No? Is that so? Na-surprise siya. Because I didn't find it easy to do. Hindi ako nadalian. So, gusto ko lang paliwanag, ano tong wrote it quickly and found it difficult to do. Sabi dyan, I didn't find it easy to write, which is your answer. Kung tinanong siya ni Dr. Bryson, paano ba yung ginawa mo? Well, I did my research first and then I wrote the writing off very quickly. Yung wrote it quickly, yun naman yung ginawa niya. Pero hindi siya na-surprise na sinulat niya yung mabilis. Wala na yung element of surprise. No? So, nandun sa, oh really? Nandun yung element of surprise. Hindi siya nadalian sa 23. Kaya C ang sagot natin doon. So we also have maps like this.
Well, here we are at the top of the tower, and we're going to look at the view from each direction. Out to the east, the large building's about 1 kilometre.
Wait lang, may question pala dito. Adele. Okay. Ulitin natin. So reference ha, ang suggestion ko, pag maps ang lumabas sa exam, your eyes on the monitor, your left finger, your left hand sa monitor, nakaturo siya kung nasaan ka na. Tapos yung right hand mo naman nasa mouse. No, ang problem lang naman dyan kung kailangan mo mag-type directly. Which is kailangan mong alisin yung hand mo both sa mouse at saka dito sa monitor para i-type yung answer.
Well, here we are at the top of the tower, and we're going to look at the view from each direction. Out to the east, the large buildings about 1 kilometre away are on the Olympic site. There's an indoor arena for gymnastics, a stadium for track and field, and a swimming pool for races and synchronised swimming, and also diving. If you look carefully down there, you can see the train lines. The Olympic site has its own station to encourage the use of public transport. There is also a car park, but it only holds a limited number of cars. The formal park has some specially created water features. If you look out here to the south, you can see a circular ornamental pond. And around to the west, you can relax and sit on a bench to smell the flowers in the rose garden. And finally, up to the north, if you look in front of you now, there's a lake with a small island in the centre. You can hire rowing boats at the boat shed, which you can't see from here. But if you look through the trees, you can see the cafe, which has lovely views across the water. OK, let's climb down now. We will go now and have a look at the nature reserve section of the park, which has opened up natural wetland to the public.
Okay. So sagot natin is car park, then rose garden, and cafe. Sa cafe, kahit wala na siyang ganun. So nakita po kung paano yung referencing. Sa referencing, ibig sabihin, nandito ka sa center point mo. Pupunta ka saglit sa east. Tingnan mo yung mga references doon. Nakuha mo yung answer. Babalik ka na naman sa reference point. Tapos yung south ng reference point mo, yung pond. So nako-confirm mo kung where you are exactly on the map. No? Sige, hanap tayo ng bagong map. Sa mga ibang students na encounter na nila to before. Tingin lang ako dito sa roster ko ng bago. Sabi niya, kaya madali lang kay Sir yan kasi nagawa na ni Sir yan. Multiple times. Sa 8 kaya meron tayo. Ay, 10 pala to. Map 8. Tingnan tayo ng map, ha? So, wala. Sa 9. Wala pa rin ah. Ah, 2 kaya. Ito. Download natin. Meron na.
Roast dinner or lentil curry?
Yo. So, dinownload ko. Ito. (17:20). Zoom out. Okay. Mga nasa Zoom, kita po ito ha.
Your union card, a recent passport-size photograph of yourself, and the fee.
Doesn't matter whether you bring cash or cheque. We can't issue your card unless you bring...
All three, so don't forget. Your union card, passport photo, and fee.
Hey.
Then once you've got your sports card, you will need to bring it with you whenever you come to book or use any sports centre facilities. Booking over the phone is not allowed, so you have to come here in person with your card when you want to book. Our opening hours seem to get longer every year. We are now open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays and from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays. For those of you who are up and about early in the morning, we're introducing a 50% morning discount this year. This is because the facilities tended to be underused in the mornings last year. It means that all the sessions will be half price between 9 a.m. and 12 noon on weekdays.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20.
Example, computer-based to. I just have to click here, tapos ilalagay ko lang doon. Drag and drop. No? Example lang po. One minute. Main hall, 17. Tapos 18. So,
Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
Finger ko, nakaturo dun sa monitor.
So, what exactly are the facilities? What sports can you play here? Well, this room we're in at the moment is called the main hall, and it's used mainly for team sports such as football, volleyball and basketball, but also for badminton and aerobics. On the other side of the reception area, there's the dance studio. This provides a smaller, more intimate space, which we use for ballet, modern dance and martial arts. Not at the same time, of course. Then, in a separate building, which you may have noticed on your way here, it's on the other side of the car park, there are the squash courts, 6 of them. And at the far end of the building, a fitness room. This is our newest facility, only completed in the spring, but it's already proving to be one of the most popular. As well as all these facilities available here on the campus, we also have an arrangement with the local tennis club, which is only 2 miles away, entitling our students to use their courts on weekday mornings in the summer. So, I think that there should be something here for everybody, and I hope to see all of you at the centre, making use of the facilities. If, in the course of the year, you have any suggestions as to how the service we provide might be improved, or its appeal widened, I'll be interested to hear from you.
Okay, hindi ko na ko yung 8.
That is the end of section 2. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
So, I didn't get number 18. So, makaka-39 lang po ako dito sa exam na to. No? Pakinggan ko nga ulit.
Entitled to become members of the Sports Centre for an annual. Then once you've got your sports card, you will need to bring it with you whenever.
Okay.
Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
Opposite ng car park yung squash courts.
So, what exactly are the facilities? What sports can you play here? Well, this room we're in at the moment is called the main hall, and it's used mainly for team sports such as football, volleyball and basketball, but also for badminton and aerobics. On the other side of the reception area, there's the dance studio. This provides a smaller, more intimate space, which we use for ballet, modern dance and martial arts. Not at the same time, of course. Then, in a separate building, which you may have noticed on your way here, it's on the other side of the car park, there are the squash courts, 6 of them. And at the far end of the building, a fitness room. This is our newest facility, only completed in the spring, but it's already proving to be one of the most popular. As well as all these facilities available here on the campus, we also have an arrangement with the local tennis club, which is only 2 miles away, entitling our students to use their courts.
Ha? Alin? Saan nyo narinig yung arts? Kasi fitness eh. Lahat fitness. So yung art, tatanggalin nyo yung art. Nagets nyo? Wala na. Yan. Diba? Art studio. So we have main hall. Again, wala siyang binanggit eh. Hula talaga to. Hula. Hulaan talaga to. Wala siyang binanggit. So sasabihin ko dyan sa huli, di ba? Tapos na yung exam. You have 2 minutes. Wala akong sagot sa 18. Kailangan ko talaga siyang hulaan kasi wala po siya talagang binanggit. Nakuha, wala talaga siyang binanggit. May narinig kayo? Wala. I just want to confirm it. So sinabi niya, main hall, opposite no, nandun yung fitness room. Sunod nun, opposite na ng car park, nandun yung squash courts. Tapos, nandun yung fitness room. So, ano yung 18? Reception. Kasi, kailangan may taga-tanggap to. Di ba? So, that's where I will put reception as my answer. True hula. Meron ba siya? Binanggit? Okay. Pero huhulaan ko to ng reception. Literally, I paused it. Sabi ko, okay, it just dawned on me. Wala nang pakinggan. Kasi no second chances. No?
Kasi ano, sinabi our studio. Kasi sa 17 daw po, studio ako.
Okay. Dance studio siya. Kasi ito ay sports facility siya lahat eh. Imaginein mo ha, lahat siya, squash court. That is, para siyang lacrosse eh, yun yung squash. Para siyang mix ng tennis na football. May malalaki kayong hawak na net na pangsungkit ng mangga, tapos magtatakbuhan kayo. Tapos, andito naman yung dance studio. So, lahat siya, puro pang sports. Ibig sabihin, yung facility na to, parang weird, parang McDonald's, bigla ka makita ng steak. Parang gano'n. So, si arts, ang hindi ko isasama dyan, si football pitch, masyado siyang malaki. Si main hall kasi, pwede daw kasi siyang i-convert into those kinds of... So, yun ang aking sagot, si reception. Kasi ito ay building, kailangan meron din siyang reception. Yan. So, no second chances. Uhulaan ko na lang siya, literally. Kuha? May reklamo? Tingnan natin yung sagot. Kung reception nga. Alin?
Yun nga po, sa other building daw po yung reception. Tapos bigla po nag-transfer na agad dun sa...
Okay. Number 18 is the dance studio. Number 19 is the squash court. Fitness room is 20, so tama tayo doon. 17 is the reception area. Oo, baliktad. So, yun. So, dalawa ang mali natin, 8.5 na lang po tayo. Okay.
Sir, pag sinabi lang po outside,
Ano?
ba't sabi naman lang po outside?
O sige, pakinggan natin yung isa pa. Pakinggan natin ha. Mga nasa Zoom, makinig din po kayong mabuti. Yung kasi yung nakakalito sa map na huwag dapat kayong malito. No? Yung directions.
Now listen and answer questions 17.
Teka lang muna mga nasa Zoom, magpapalit ako ng screen para makita nyo. Ayan siya.
To 20.
So, what exactly are the facilities? What sports can you play here? Well, this room we're in at the moment is called the main hall, and it's used mainly for team sports such as football, volleyball and basketball, but also for badminton and aerobics. On the other side of the reception area, there's the dance studio. This provides a smaller, more intimate space, which we use for ballet, modern dance and martial arts. Not at the same time, of course. Then, in a separate building, which you may have noticed on your
Okay, gets.
It's on the other side of
yung pagkakabanggit niya. We didn't get it. No? So, that's it. Meron tayong dalawang mali. Again, no replace. Okay? Nakuha? Kaintindihan natin. Nakuha po. Alright. So, that's how you do maps. Listen, ang bilis, no? Binabanggit sabay-sabay. 2 items at once. So, spelling, both British and American are acceptable. All caps are accepted. Actually, I encourage you guys to do all caps. Tenses, be careful with your tenses, lalo na kung meron kang be verb involved. You have to use the participle form. Singular, plural, may iba na mamali dahil kulang lang sila ng S o dahil hindi plural form. Let's say, child yung nilagay, children pala dapat. So, you have to wait for clues. You have to look out for clues. Bakit siya plural? Ba't siya singular dapat? Format. Any format would do unless meron kang binigay doon na format of the example. For example, sa item 17 to 20, may binigay na ganito. Tapos ang sagot mo, November 27. Mali yun. Dapat gayahin mo kung paano binigay yung format. Yung arrangement ng kanya. Kung nauna yung day, kung may RD at saka off ba siya. So, kapag naman sa mga policy number, mga students number, kahit wala na siyang hyphens or spaces or dashes, lalo kung nakalagay doon, write no more than one word. Kasi pag naglagay ka ng spaces or dashes doon, maka-qualify siya as one unit. Magpo-multiple words ka doon.
So, tapos po pala yung sa, pagka nagbibigay sila ng number, yung O nila zero.
Yeah, O to O, yun siya. So, be careful ha. Yung isang example natin, sabi O to O, so that's 0 to 0. So, dun sila sanay, wala tayong magagawa. So, kailangan masanay din kayo kasi yun ang pagbibilang nila. O to O, yung tawag nila doon. So, units of measurement, if the unit of measurement is already provided in the blank, let's say blank, tapos nandun yung cm, there's no need for you to put the unit of measurement anymore. But if there isn't any unit of measurement, it's better if you will spell out the unit of measurement completely. Kasi kung m lang yan, for example, meter, nilagay blank meter, nilagay mo m, kung nakalagay dito blank tapos m, wala ka nang ilalagay na meter or m. Ngayon, kapag walang nakalagay, blank lang siya, you have to be the one to supply the unit of measurement for it to be complete. Kailangan mo ilagay yung meter, but hindi mo pwedeng ilagay na m lang. For example, 2m. Kasi m can also mean million, No? M can also mean code. No, 2 and then letter M. So you have to be careful with that. Hindi lang po units of measurement, pati currency. Like dollar sign, pound sign, euros, yen, mga na-encounter natin dyan. Yan po yung 4 na madalas na-encounter natin. So kapag, don't worry po ha, sa computer-based exam, cents, dahil mahirap hanapin yan eh. May alt 0154 siya na combination. Hindi mo na kailangang alamin yung shortcuts niya kasi lahat ng units of measurement kapag computer-based, lalo kung euros, yen, na mahirap hanapin mga cents, naka-indicate na siya doon sa blank. Don't worry. Sir, paano po kung magpatulong tayo sa invigilator na present? No? So sila ang tutulong sa atin doon. Paano kung halimbawa lang po wala, tapos sabi, cents. The best thing is for you to spell it out. Kuha? Okay. Ito madali lang. Mapatayong isa. Hindi ko mapatawad yung sarili ko sa pagkakamali ko eh. Ayoko sa lahat may mali. Map 3. Meron siguro ito sa 3. Ito, may map na naman. YouTube ko na to, may ads pa.
Has calcium that helps make your bones strong. Cheese Whiz for the strength to do more.
Test 4.
Yeah.
To the library, isn't it?
Not exactly.
Had some good news.
Close. Sige. Wait lang ha, nahihirapan ako sa multiple windows ko mga taga-Zoom.
Now we shall begin. You should answer the question
as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen
carefully to the first part of the conversation and answer questions 1 to 5.
John, I've just had some good news. Susan has had her baby.
Do you know when she had it?
Yesterday, the 10th of August.
Oh! My father was born on August the 10th. Give me the details and I'll make a note for everyone at work.
Okay.
Well, was it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
And what are they going to call him?
Tom. Tom Lightfoot. That sounds quite good, don't you think?
Yes. That has quite a good ring to it.
You know, he's quite a big baby. He weighed 4 1/4 kilos when he was born.
Oh, that does sound big. 4 1/4 kilos.
And he's long, too. 46 centimeters.
Tall parents. He'll grow up to be over 2 meters, I'd say.
With masses of black hair. Curly black hair. You know, we should go and visit them in hospital. What about tomorrow afternoon at around 1 p.m?
Yes, okay.
Where should we meet? I could come and pick you up at your house if you like.
Yes, that would be wonderful. My car is still off the road.
Just refresh my memory. What's the address again?
It's 15 Chesterfield Road, Paddington.
It's next to the library, isn't it?
Not exactly. It's next to a bank. The State Bank, actually. The library is opposite us on the corner.
That's right. And there's a garage on the other street corner. I remember now.
So you'll pick me up at 1:45 and we'll be there at 1 easily.
Okay.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10.
So, sagot ko A... Teka lang ha. ADC. Pwede ko magbago dyan. Wait lang. I might change. Change. Stop. Share. Yan. So, Jan's house daw ay katabi ng bank. The State Bank, to be exact. Opposite ng corner, was the library. And then the other corner is the garage. So whether I go ACD here or ADC. Aha. So team, ano ba una ko? Hindi na ako magbabago. D ba ako dito kanina? D tapos C. Tama na. So dapat ang sagot dyan, 3A, 4C, 5D. Yan. Sino ADC ang sagot? Meron? ADC ka? Okay. Yan natin. Nakakaloko yung map, hindi tayo lulubay dyan. Choose me. Map 3. ADC. Okay. Sige, let's listen.
Big baby.
Okay.
He weighed 4 1/4 kilos when he was born.
Oh, that does sound big. 4 1/4 kilos.
And he's long, too. 46 centimeters.
Tall parents. He'll grow up to be over 2 meters, I'd say.
With masses of black hair. Curly black hair. You know, we should go and visit them in hospital. What about tomorrow afternoon at around 1 p.m?
Yes, okay.
Where should we meet? I could come and pick you up at your house if you like.
Yes, that would be wonderful. My car is still off the road.
Just refresh my memory. What's the address again?
It's 15 Chesterfield Road, Paddington.
It's next to the library, isn't it?
Not exactly. It's next to a bank. The State Bank, actually. The library is opposite us on the corner.
That's right. And there's a garage on the other street corner. I remember now.
So you'll pick me up at 1:45, and we'll be there at 1 easily.
Alright, gets. Ito kasi house niya. Ito yung bank. So, tapat nung house niya. Okay, gets. Get it now. Dito kasi ako naglagay kanina, no? In my defense. Dito ako tumapat. Akala ko ito yung 4. Kaya doon ako nag-D. So, yun yung medyo nakakalitong part. So, once again, you need to be careful with your directions. Always review your directions. Right next to it, opposite, in the corner, adjacent, nearby, surrounded by. So, use those clue words for you.
Imagination ko. Akala niyo bahay pala tabi ng State Bank.
Okay, so thank you. We have Aryan, Ayla, and Mirna. We'll be sending off this replay sa mga latecomers natin on our YouTube channel. So have a nice day. God bless and good luck.